Something awesome happened at work today.
What happened? You sound pumped.
Well, we got a performance review, and my boss was really impressed with my website designs. So he's putting me on permanent staff and giving me a great raise. You know what that means? I'm gonna have enough money to rent my own place.
That's wonderful, Steve. Congratulations. I guess all the hard work and long hours really paid off in more ways than one. Are you sure you want to get your own place?
Yeah. I mean, most of my friends are on their own, and I think it's time I moved out. I mean, besides, you and Dad can use that spare room for your homestay students. And before, money was the only thing holding me back, and now it's not a problem. So I'm going to go on the internet right now to see what's for rent.
Make sure you ask questions before you sign an agreement to rent a place. Dad and I would be happy to answer them if we can. Or you could talk to our friend Peter, who works for the residential tenancy branch as an information officer. That's who you could talk to if you had any questions about creating a successful tenancy.
Thanks, Mom. I'm going to do some research first to see what's up when a person wants to rent, and then I'll talk to them.
Steve called. He's taking a big step and wants to rent his own place. The first thing he needs to learn about is the tenancy agreement. A tenancy agreement is a legal document. It describes the terms, conditions, and responsibilities of both the tenant and the landlord. The tenant is the person who is going to live in the unit, and the landlord is the person who is renting the unit. In many cases, the landlord is the owner of the unit. You may wonder why you need a tenancy agreement. This agreement protects both parties under the law and makes the expectations of both parties clear before the tenancy begins. The tenancy agreement must be in writing and signed and dated by both the landlord and tenant before the tenant moves in. The tenant must receive a copy of the tenancy agreement within 21 days of signing. Changes to the tenancy agreement can only be made by mutual consent of the two parties and should also be put in writing. If you're not sure of what to include in a tenancy agreement, you can find blank tenancy forms on the Residential Tenancy Branch website at www.rto.gov.bc.ca. If you want to create your own form, you must ensure it is easy to understand and written clearly. It must also include the standard terms, which can be found on the Residential Tenancy Branch website.